Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So my friends, update on SMCI Super Microcomputer. Do we see here the Lambo squeeze, guys? We're waiting here for a short squeeze. If you have seen my previous videos, then you also know my price goals here. So I give you an update. My members on Patreon are asking me for updates here on SMCI, but I will share this update here for everybody, guys. So as you know, this is not financial advice. We talk now here about the price levels for SMCI. Yeah, guys, there are many ways how you can spot entry and exit signals for every stock or asset in the market. It doesn't matter if stocks or crypto, it works in the same way. We have here one powerful indicator which is called the Ichimoku indicator, Ichimoku cloud. It's a Japanese indicator. I like that indicator a lot, and I explained that here on Patreon. I have some tutorials available how to use that. So if you want to see that, guys, you can join in on Patreon. I show you something later on that. But what we can see here, that these clouds are acting as a support and resistance, and we are here in the weekly time frame. And what you can see is that as soon as SMCI hit now here the red cloud, which is a resistance, we have here a very, very small technical rejection, but that does not change the fact that we have strong support for SMCI. So I will let you know here the price goals. When we switch now to the daily chart, of course I show you here my drawings, we can see there is a different picture. It's the same here, guys. In the daily chart we get rejected here by this top of the Ichimoku cloud, but for now what we don't see is this strong technical sell-off, which usually happens because the market makers, which also use the same indicators here, they will try to bring the price back down below $34 for SMCI, because they want to bring the price down below this cloud here, the red cloud. If we switch now here to the 4 hours chart, it's getting interesting, because you can see that we have now here a bullish trend. So the cloud is not red anymore, it's green, and we can see that we have here a support in the $39 range, and usually the bottom of the cloud is the support for the next leg up. So what does that mean, guys? That we legged up here. SMCI had a very, very beautiful squeeze. When we see just here the last price action, as you can see here, sorry, I zoom in for you guys. Also same here, the bottom of the cloud was the support, the candlewick built here, and then we had a very nice price run up. So that is very, very possible, just based on the technicals. You will see my drawings here in a second, that the bottom of the cloud, which means here $38.77, is the support before we see here the next leg up for SMCI. We had to come down because we gapped up here in the pre-aftermarket. You can see here is a gap in the chart. This gap has been filled, and now SMCI still finds some support here. You can see how the bulls bought the dip here in the $39 range. Very interesting, guys. Why do I mention Patreon? Because I released here my brand new hot stock video for the next week, guys, which means I always make here squeeze predictions for tickers with high squeeze potential. Last week we had here this short squeeze of 174%, was the same here, trend channel pattern, same like we have here for SMCI. My stock hit that trend channel pattern here perfectly and squeezed after that 174%. Of course, I mentioned this ticker already here before it squeezed. That was one of my hot stocks. The hot stocks for the next week, guys, for the upcoming week are out right now. There is a brand new video available right now on Patreon where you see my short squeeze predictions for next week. So if you want to see these short squeeze plays, you can use or join in here on Patreon. The full package membership is the most popular membership which I have, where you get access to all my content and also to my trading tutorials. So the Ichimoku indicator is also here available in a tutorial. The link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is available in the video description. We're growing every day, guys. We have a big community, very high level of knowledge here about trading, and of course I share here all my content. So this membership gives you access to all my content, including my short squeeze stocks and predictions. So as I mentioned before, SMCI closed now this open gap. That was very important, because every time when a stock is gapping up, you have the potential to come down to close the open gaps. And when we check the indicators here, guys, that was the last open up gap which we had here based on this price actions here. So we still could come a little bit lower, because here is also one open gap in the chart, guys, here at $32. That does not mean that SMCI does not squeeze anymore. My squeeze prediction is, I will delete this orange line here, that we will, as soon as we break $50.86, I expect SMCI to squeeze here to $84.50. This is my next price goal. And when we talk about a Lambo squeeze, guys, yeah, when we want to see here a big move, then we can also expect here new all-time highs, because SMCI is trading here in an uptrend channel pattern, very strong bullish support here in this uptrend channel pattern. That was here a fake out in November, and as you all know, we had here the market shakeout at the 7-8 of April. And what we can see for SMCI, even the market tanked massively down 7 and 8 of April. SMCI still found its support here. You can see that is exactly this candle here. And you can also check here my S&P 500 videos where I explain in detail what happened here on that day. But you can see that SMCI still, even the market dropped, had its support here on this trend channel line. And that's why I'm very, very confident here that we will see a squeeze or even new all-time highs for SMCI. Lambo squeeze, guys, what does that mean? So Lambo squeeze is something, I would say, more than 300%. So if we should come down one more time to retest the bottom here in the $29 range, which is possible based on this trend line, then we can expect here a squeeze of 179% and in total more than 300%, depending on the amount what you want to invest. You have to make your own due diligence, guys. Yeah, there is never a guarantee that a stock squeeze, but the setup which we have here, yeah, also the violent volume which is kicking in here, I don't know, guys. I'm here in favor, absolute in favor for the bulls than for the bears. So that's why we have here at least a 300% squeeze potential. And if you want to see here a big, massive short squeeze, we have to break this trend channel pattern here, which means SMCI has to squeeze higher than $130. If we should squeeze much, much higher and come back here, then we can talk about a massive monster Lamborghini. Yeah, whatever squeeze, guys, whatever car you desire or whatever you desire, guys. But I think 300% is realistic. Yeah, at least $84 is absolute realistic just based on the algos. This is not a short squeeze, but you can see as soon as we break this trend channel middle line here, SMCI finds support here and is able to build even new all-time highs. That's also one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on that stock. And I'm talking about this ticker here since months, guys, on my channel and also on Patreon. Especially when we had this knife constellation here, I made a lot of videos where I said, guys, I think a huge dip is coming. And since then, we know that SMCI already rebounded here in total 290%. So you can see that was not a short squeeze. Now we have here something like a head and shoulders pattern. I don't want to, talk about too much here on some kind of patterns, but as long as we hold this trend line here, so keep that in mind. The bottom, let's say the bottom, the technical bottom is waiting here now in the $27 to $30 range based on the trend line. And the short squeeze trigger zone is $50.86. Every price over $50.86 can act like a short squeeze trigger. There's one price level which is absolute in favor for the bulls. You can see that here, that we have here some candles. Let me switch off for a second here, guys. Everything you can see, we have some gap ups and gap downs here. Here is one price level, I would say $37. Let's make it simple, $38, guys. $38 is a support for SMCI or act as a resistance. You can see that we have here a lot of price actions exactly at this price level. So when you focus now here on my cursor, then you can see that the price, as soon as the price goes or stays above $38.18, it acts like a squeeze trigger. And if the bears drop the price lower than that, maybe a sell-off gets initiated. So keep that in mind. We have here some invisible virtual line, price level line, $38.18. So for everybody who waiting here for a bullish breakout, as long as the price stays above this line here, $38.18, we have a very, very high squeeze potential and a bullish momentum here for SMCI. My friends, that was my quick and dirty update. I hope that was helpful. As I mentioned, if you want to check out here the Ichimoku tutorial, which is very, very helpful, guys, then you can join us here on Patreon. It's available there. And yeah, if you want to copy the price levels here from my chart, I zoom out that you can see the chart pattern for SMCI. It's a very flat and simple pattern. That's why I'm very confident that we have here a bullish trend. And this is here everything based on TradingView, the chart program, what you see here, what I'm using here in all my videos and for all my own trades, guys. If you want to get that program today, yeah, chart like a pro. I have this slogan here, great traders use great tools, guys, and this is not a You know, this is just the truth, guys. It is what it is. If you want to learn trading, you need to understand the charts. And if you want to start today, click here in the video description. Then you can get access here to my premium or discount link here for the premium tier for TradingView. My friends, that was the update. Don't forget here to check out our hot stocks, yeah, with the short squeeze predictions for next week. I hope that video was helpful. I thank you so much for watching my SMCI video. Thank you for your support and see you in the next one. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.